Hello, this is Hammering the Premier League. My name is Chaz, and this is my co-host Jack. We've got a thrilling episode put together for you today, so just put your feet up, chill out, and enjoy the episode. So, welcome to episode 4 of Hammering the Premier League. This episode, we're going to discuss all the hot news, including the latest transfer sagas and Premier League news, and see who takes the lead of the championship. Jack challenges me with this week's game. Let's get started. Transfer news first. Jack, do you want to start us off?
Yeah. John Duran is a name that we've all heard because he's had a very busy week, hasn't he? Well, past couple of weeks, actually. We put in a bid of 35 million plus add-ons, and Aston Villa said no. And they said, well, hang on a minute, we want 40 million plus add-ons.
Yeah, wow, this has been one heck of a roller coaster. 35 plus add-ons, and then they now want 40 plus add-ons, which from my understanding, the 35 plus add-ons rounded up to about 40.
Yeah, I mean, and then you've got to think about sell-on clauses as well, which is going to be at least 20,000, 20%.
Agent fees.
Yeah, agent fees as well. And unfortunately, it's not as simple as clicking 0 and then clicking the red lock on the side. So, they're going to get charged quite a bit. I don't really think there's much to say about this one because we've all heard the story before. It's just a repeat of last week, really. I mean, Aston Villa are just getting greedy at this point. I think we just need to move on. I say put in a bid for 35 million for Tony, see if we can get him. If not, the max we go up to is 40, and if not, then we just pull out of that one as well.
I mean, I think Bulaidea would be a great backup for Duran. I mean, obviously, I want Duran because he's really good, isn't he? But I mean, 7.5 mil for Bulaidea, I think that's a bargain. I think if we can get Bulaidea, if we don't get Duran but we get Dia, I think that'd be a pretty good deal, to be fair. But I think on his Instagram live where he done the irons and then he basically teased that he's moving to us. I'm pretty sure Villa have launched I don't know what to call it, I don't know what word was used. Not suing him, but they're taking action against him, like punishing him basically for doing that.
Right. Because he also took down all his Aston Villa stuff on his Instagram, which if you actually go on there now, he's not got any Aston Villa stuff on there. So I think, and the reason, and you could be saying, well, why is he not putting a transfer request? Well, he loses money because of that. And I was talking to Chaz about this earlier. We was just saying, well, it's a bit ridiculous because you've already got at least 20 million, if not much more than that, because you're getting paid 100 grand a week. Like, it's not like you're going without or anything. I'd say just take the loss, move on with your career.
Yeah, I always remember. I think it was Lucas Perez back in 2017. He played for us. He was on the bench, and I can't remember who was manager at the time. It might have been Pellegrini, but he wanted to bring him on, and he refused. He refused to come on. So just because he didn't want to play, he was just there to earn money. So we were paying him. It weren't like peanuts. We were paying him a lot. I can't remember because he used to play for Arsenal. I can't remember how much it was that we were paying him, but every week sat on the bench, and then when he's brought on, he refuses to come on. And I just remember being like, why? You're a footballer for a reason, man. But I do think with Duran, it was a bit naughty what he did on his Instagram because he's still contracted to Villa. He's still a Villa player. We may be putting in offers, but nothing has really happened. Nothing has happened to he's not joined basically. no progress has really been made in him joining. So I think that was a bit naughty what he did. I don't really agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't really think anyone's at fault. I think he just thought that it was actually done, you know. So I don't think he was trying to force a move by doing that. I think he was just, he thought it was done.
If he thought it was done, someone should have really whoever told him it was done. That's a bit silly. If someone's told him it's done, which I mean, it would have been. I think that'd be silly for him to say that because for it to be done, he would have had to sign a contract.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he should have signed the contract first. But I think what happened was Villa set a price, and we matched that price, and he got told that, so he thought, okay, this is done because he's already done a verbal agreement with Lopetegui. So he's probably heard, or someone's probably told him that, yeah, West Ham have matched the price that Villa have set. And then he's thought, great, I'm now going to play for West Ham. And then Villa have gone back on what they've said, and they've gone, actually, no, we want more, which is proper naughty from Aston Villa, if I say so myself. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It's so unsportsmanlike as well. And you don't really normally hear that term anymore. Or normally it's just for the players, but clubs can do it too. So, I think Aston Villa have been very unsportsmanlike, and I think it's just
I mean, I think we need to move on from Duran because this is annoying me a bit. But
yeah,
our pursuit for strikers isn't really going anywhere. But our pursuit for right backs isn't going anywhere either. But Nusa Mazraoui, he thought he was going to join us for 16.5 million, right about that. But a couple of days ago, there were reports that the deal had completely collapsed due to personal terms. I don't know if that's him not wanting to move or money or the living arrangement. I don't know. But personal terms apparently caused the deal to collapse, and now Man United are looking like the ideal team to sign the Moroccan. What do you think about this? I really like Mazraoui.
Yeah, I see. The thing is, he's got a really, really dodgy injury record. So that was always a problem for me from the beginning. So I think personally we've dodged a bullet. I get that he's a good player. He's probably better than Soufal, but can someone really be good if they're out half a season with a hamstring injury? I think what Steiden's done is, because quite a lot of people are saying this as well, and it's not just me that think this, but they think that they went to Mazraoui and disagreed on personal terms. They put the money forwards to Bayern Munich, but with no intention of actually signing him, just to make Man United force the move. So when personal terms didn't go right, which I think was probably the club, I think they did that on purpose. So Man United would say, okay, now's our chance to go get him, and then they drop Wan-Bissaka, and then that's where we swoop in and take Wan-Bissaka, because we already agreed a deal for Wan-Bissaka, but it was personal terms with Wan-Bissaka that didn't work. That didn't work out. So I think, and now if you actually look at the news, they're saying that Man United are actually trying to push out Wan-Bissaka to come to us because we're the only club that have made a bid. So I think he needs to. I reckon what will happen is Wan-Bissaka will probably wait a while, so probably near the end of the transfer window, and if no one else makes a bid, then I think that he'll come to us.
I mean, we've always, for some reason, had a problem with injury-prone defenders. Like Zuma, for example. Great defender, so injury-prone.
Yeah.
This could be completely wrong, but if my memory serves me right, James Collins wasn't. He was pretty injury prone. That might be completely wrong, so I apologise if it is. But we do have a record of signing not even defenders, just like injury prone players. and it is getting to a point where it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got so many injury-prone players, why would you want to sign one? That's what I was saying about Mazraoui. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, we're having all these issues with our defence, like not having a young enough defence, but then we go ahead and see that I open my phone and we see that we're interested in an injury-prone player. Like, it doesn't make sense. But you know what? It kind of does make sense in a way because it is West Ham. This is what West Ham do. Yeah. They recognise that they've got problems. I mean, don't get me started on season ticket sales and normal ticket sales because that's just ridiculous. So I'm going to completely avoid that topic. But half the time, when they admit that they've got problems inside the club, they don't do anything about it, and two, they're highlighting the wrong problems.
Yeah.
It's and at that point, it's not even David Sullivan. It's a collection of people. It's the whole board. It's all of the staff. I mean, except for like physios and like coaches and stuff. All the higher ups of the club. They just want money. They don't admit that we've actually got something wrong with this club. West Ham have submitted a bid of 35 million for Monaco midfielder Yusuf Fofana. AC Milan offered 17 million for the Frenchman, but Monaco very quickly declined that as it fell well short of their evaluation for the player.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love him on the team. I can't pronounce his first name, but I know of him and I would like him on the team.
I think he'd be great.
I think he'd be a great fit. Really good fit for just everyone. Just everyone involved.
He's very physical. I think him and Alvarez are similar, but not similar.
That pairing in the midfield would be insane.
That'd be blinding.
Talking about midfielders, I do want to say that apparently we've dropped in interest for Kante because they wanted like 35 million for him. So I don't think that transfer is actually going to happen. Which, to be fair, looking back on it, I think we just got all a bit excited in the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it was a nice story.
It was,
kind of like how we almost signed Neymar before he went to Barcelona, but we didn't want to pay an extra 2 million.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Just don't remind me of that because that's just very depressing.
Yeah, I love West Ham. Right, not much else to say about Fofana, but we have reportedly made a £15 million offer for Arsenal winger Reece Nelson. 24-year-old is currently a top target for Leicester City and Fulham. We are also looking at a £25 million move for Lens defender Kevin Danso.
I want Reece Nelson so bad.
Yeah, I think he'd be pretty good. I mean, I was talking to one of our mates, Arsenal fan, and he was saying, probably they won't let him go. They won't let him go for any less than 30. Which
that's just ridiculous.
I mean, if what he said, I mean, he does know quite a lot about Arsenal's transfer. Excuse me, quite a lot about their transfer situations. So if that's true, then that's
at that point, just go after someone else.
15 million is perfect for him. Any more than that, I think no.
Any more than that, and you go back to who's that Canadian guy who's in the French league?
Jonathan David,
yeah, Jonathan David. That's it. Yeah, I'd rather Jonathan David than Reece Nelson and just pay the 20 million for him instead of the 30 million for Reece Nelson. Because don't get me wrong, Reece Nelson is a good player, but I'm not paying over 25 for him to be realistic.
But I do think if you think of our wingers, Bowen, Kudus, Guilherme, full stop.
Paqueta technically.
Paqueta can play on the wing, but he's
that's where his position was before Moores changed him.
Yeah, but I do think if we're looking for a striker, we have Kudus and Bowen on the wings, Paqueta Cam, and then a striker. So I think we've got three out and out wingers.
You know what I did see? I can't remember where I saw it. It was one of the friendlies, but Kudus was actually playing on the left.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's just Lopetegui trying him out on the left, or if that's him saying, right, you're going to play on the left.
Was it when Guillermo was playing as well?
I think so.
Left-footed.
I think so, yeah.
Also, Kevin Danso. I think he's very physical as well. He's massive, like really tall, really strong. Basically, a younger, better Zuma.
Do you know what? We're talking about all this stuff about players coming in, but we never actually talk about the players going out because there is literally no interest from anyone about any players. Like, surely you've got to think about the money regulations, right? Because I mean, I saw something that was like West Ham midfielder for midfielder because apparently we was interested in getting a better defence with Fofana. Like at some point, financial fair play comes into this, right? I mean, we haven't actually saved up that much over the past 2 seasons, have we?
I'd assume not. But I mean, if you think about it, we've sold Benrahma this season technically because they
Lanzini as well.
Lanzini
as well.
Is that no? That was last season, wasn't it?
I think it adds up.
Oh well, yeah, Lanzini, and which would then mean Fornals as well.
Yeah,
we sold him in January. Vlasic.
Yeah.
Vlasic,
yeah.
Sold him.
I mean, but look at the prices. Like, if you add all those up, it's not going above.
No, it's not going anywhere near what we paid for them.
Yeah. That, and also it's not going anywhere near like 100 million, which is what you'd need for a rebuild. Like more than that, even.
Yeah. So I mean, we've sold Downs. I think we need to sell a Gerd and Zuma. As much as it pains me, I think they need to go.
I think a Gerd should stay because apparently he actually like wants to stay now because there was for a long time he was talking about leaving. He was saying that he's not happy, he wants to leave. But now that Lopetegui's come in, he's like, yeah, this is my style of football now. Because before it weren't, but now he's like, yeah, I actually want to like play here.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, if you think about it, we've got Mavropanos, got Kilman. That's a solid centre back pairing, which I reckon hopefully.
Mavropanos hasn't got much game time though. He hasn't got that much match sharpness. I'm gonna say something, right? And I want you to not judge me or try not to judge me.
Oh, I will not promise anything.
I think that Kilman and Guillermo are going to be the only signings that we make this transfer window.
Wow. Okay. That's a big statement.
Not because we don't want to sign more players, but because of financial fair play, because we've run out of money, and because we just can't. Because West Ham can't deal with agents. So, financial fair play, running out of actual money, then you've got to think about like registration and stuff for the next season, and also dealing with the actual players and the agents themselves. Because I don't think we're actually going to make any more signings. And I know it's a bold statement, but I've just, when you've got that feeling. You've got a feeling in your stomach. I had it before. I mean, I had it before the. What game was it? Freiburg. I had it before the Freiburg game. You think I'm not going to say anything, but I have a feeling that something's going to go right. I have a feeling that something's going to go wrong with this transfer window. I think it will affect Lopetegui.
I don't think FFP or money will be a problem. I think it will be players that are the problem. I think it will be players either not wanting to join, or the clubs not wanting to sell them, or they want a wage that is like ridiculous. We may have the money for it, but it's ridiculous. Like I don't think money or FFP will be a problem. I think it will be the players. I hope. I mean, I'd be happy with signing one striker, one right back, and another centre back, maybe a centre mid as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting us to go out and sign two strikers, couple of right backs, couple of centre mid. I don't want
to. We don't need like two strikers. We just need one, and we need to get rid of one already. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
Ings needs to go.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
100%.
he's willing to take a pay cut because 125 a week. I think that's what he's on.
Yeah,
crazy
for a player that we're not even using. I mean, Lopetegui has been using him in the friendlies, but is that just because Antonio's still on away duty?
I don't think he is, because Copa America ended a while ago. Well, they got knocked out of Copa America in the group stage.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, if you look at the England squad, are they back home or are they resting, or like why aren't they back with the teams yet? Because Bowen's not there. I mean, I know they're in America, but surely you'd fly out Bowen, right? You'd fly him out with the rest of the team. And there was like, what, 2 weeks where we didn't have any friendlies and Euros was over?
Maybe international players that go to tournaments are like on holiday from like football and like
maybe. Because normally the off season, that's when they will go away, innit?
Yeah, I never really thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah, because that's why Bowen hasn't been in any of the friendlies, because he's not actually in America.
Yeah, I never actually paid attention to whether he was playing or not.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, cool.
And it's the same with like Souček and Soufal. I think Soufal is actually back. That's really weird, because like if you look at all the lineups, that's why we've been using Andy Irving, Lewis Orford, and I can't remember who the other guy is.
Kadua, Marshall.
Yeah, Kadua and Marshall. Yeah, those guys. But we haven't actually used Souček yet. We're always playing Danny Ings. We're not playing Antonio. We haven't got Bowen. I don't think we've played Paquetá yet, have we?
No.
So
no, because he was away with Brazil, weren't he?
Yeah. So that's like 4, 5, 6 players that we haven't used yet.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah. Just last bit of transfer news, literally added into at the last second. West Ham Everton, the most likely candidates to sign Juventus striker Arkadiusz Milik. Probably butchered that first name. According to the Italian newspaper, the Polish international is apparently not in the plans of Juventus manager Thiago Motta, and West Ham have inquired about his availability.
I don't really know much about him, to be honest. If I'm going to be completely honest,
I do, but it's like
he's old.
He's not old.
He's 30.
Is he?
Yeah, he's 30.
As if.
No, he is. He is. Look it up.
Oh, he is. Flip it.
I know. So, like,
I thought he was like 27, 28.
Yeah, they say we have a problem with strikers, saying that we haven't got anyone young. And then when a bid for John Duran goes wrong, we go after Milik, who's 30. Like, they're sending mixed signals.
I would rather have Belaidea than Milik. Because how old's Dia? I don't think he's that old. I probably should have had this stuff written down before. He's 27. Yeah, he's 27.
Yeah.
So it's not even like he's. I don't even think he's in his prime yet. And Duran, I'm pretty sure Duran's 20. Yeah, Duran's 20. So he's got at least another 13, 14 years left in him. Yeah, no, I kind of hope we don't get Milik, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't really see any need, to be honest. Right. Now, we're finally moving on. Finally.
Yeah. Wow. I don't even know how long we spent on that.
Yeah, that was a lot.
It was good, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's been 40 minutes and I need to do the editing, so, pray for me. West Ham v Wolves lost 3-1. I mean, I don't know if anyone else knows about this, but I was going to stay up, and it was originally going to be 12 a.m. on Sunday that it was going to kick off, and it ended up kicking off at 5 minutes past 3. 5 minutes past 2, 5 minutes past 3. Yeah, so yeah, because it was because apparently it was because I was staying up and I thought, okay, I'll just I'll look up some YouTube channels, see if there's a watch along going on, and I started watching with these guys, and they were just waiting, and there was no updates from either of the clubs. It was just radio silent, like nothing, because we knew we had people inside the stadium that were saying it's storming really, really bad, so we knew what was actually wrong, why it didn't kick off. So there was lightning. That's why the players didn't go out on the pitch. And then the pitch got flooded. And then and then after they cleared all the water and the lightning stopped, there was just nothing for about 30 minutes. So neither of the teams said anything. The stadium people didn't say anything. It was just nothing happened. Yeah, and also people that paid for the package to watch the game on West Ham's app on the phone, it didn't say anything on there either. It was just a black screen, or it was just loading. So they had people waiting like 3 hours for an update, which they eventually gave, and they said, oh yeah, kickoff's in 45 minutes after waiting like 3 hours. Like, it was so West Ham. Like, they weren't even giving updates. There was one person who was given an update, and that was the commentator on the little, on FootMob, right? And you can go on to, like, the live view thing. Yeah, they were giving updates. They gave one update on there, and it was once every 45 minutes.
Wow.
So there was, in total, there was 3 updates from a commentator, and none of the clubs or the stadium.
I mean, I can't lie. I thought I saw that they were live streaming, not on YouTube. They might not have been.
No, they weren't. I checked.
Luckily, I didn't stay up to try and watch it. I was awake at gone midnight, and I was like, "Nah, I can't be asked." But yeah, I mean, 3-1. That's pretty. Lopetegui, Jan Kilman's old team. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, apparently Lopetegui was fuming, and you can actually see that in the pictures after the match, because he said in an interview before that America was when he was going to start taking things seriously, and then he says that, and then we lose 3-1 to Wolves. So,
although if you looked at the teams, Wolves were playing their full strength starting 11. We were playing, like you said earlier, we had like 6-7 first team players who were still away.
Like, we had Danny Ings up front. Like, the only person that was actually good was Kudus, and he was on the left wing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, who scored? Was it Kudus?
I don't know, probably.
I think it might have been. I watched the highlights. I have no idea who scored. I know that Wolves. It was 1-1, and then Wolves scored twice in 3 minutes. Like in the 77th minute to win. Kind of annoying, but there was a guy that came on as a sub as well. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Gomez. Is that his name?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember, to be fair, but yeah, there's not really much else to say about the friendly.
No, not really.
Neither of us watched it, but right. Kind of a new part of the pod. We're just gonna talk about some Premier League news now. Starting off with London Mayor Sadiq Khan says that Premier League games being played abroad is inevitable, so happening very soon for the people out there that aren't very good at English. Yeah, I think we spoke about this a little bit before we started recording. Why?
Yeah.
Why play them abroad? Like,
that's what friendlies are for.
Yeah, I get in the guy because I read the article and he was saying how NFL, baseball, basketball, hockey, they play abroad. But what he isn't taking into consideration, those are American sports. Those are American-only sports. Not only, like, there's obviously a British basketball league, but I don't even know.
What you're saying is that leagues are... Football is a worldwide sport with different leagues in separate countries, or separate leagues in separate countries. So So that's like this is like me saying, oh yeah, Bundesliga. Let's say 2 Bundesliga teams. Let's say Schalke. I know they're not in there anymore, but stay with me. Schalke and Bayern Munich are coming over to England to play a game, like just a normal Bundesliga game, or like Juventus versus Milan, like from Serie A. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Premier League was made for England and it should stay in England. Serie A was made in Italy and it should stay in Italy. Bundesliga was made in Germany and it should stay in Germany. And the American one was made in America and it should stay in America.
I mean, what was I going to say? I mean, say what's it called? The Milan derby. Can't remember the normal, like the actual name of it. But say that was being played abroad. I think that's proper unfair on the fans. Like, that's a massive, one of the world's biggest derbies.
Yeah,
you're playing it like what? I don't know, South Africa, for example.
Yeah, like playing it in like no one's gonna go over there. Do you know what?
It's all a money thing. It's all a money thing.
No, but you know what? They'd probably lose money.
No, I mean, it's all a money thing for the Premier League.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that they'd probably lose money because no one except for people in that country that they went to would go. Like, they're expecting people to like buy season tickets. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Season tickets. Why would anyone buy a season ticket if half the games are being played abroad? So the clubs are going to lose out as well.
Yeah. I mean,
they haven't really thought about this, have they?
No.
Former Premier League winner Danny Simpson has announced his retirement from football. The 37-year-old was part of the miracle 2015-16 Premier League winning Leicester team, making 133 appearances for the Foxes during his time there. Simpson came through Man United's youth ranks, playing alongside the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. He joined Newcastle in 2009 and helped them secure promotion back up to the Prem, and then went to QPR for a season in 2013 before joining Leicester in 2014 and then leaving them in 2019. And he had stints with Huddersfield, Bristol City and Macclesfield last season.
Also, a ban for front-of-shirt gambling sponsors will be introduced for the 2026-27 season. Gambling sponsors will still be allowed to be sponsored on the sleeves, though. Currently, 11 Premier League clubs, including West Ham, have gambling sponsors on the front of their shirts. I agree with this completely. I hate the fact that gambling sponsors are on the front of shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an adult size now, and I have to buy the unsponsored shirts. I mean, I don't because they're way too expensive. Like, the shirt's way too expensive. I haven't bought one for quite a few years, actually. But, I always think the shirts look cleaner without the sponsor. Obviously, you need a sponsor. But, I mean, I never really liked having gambling sponsors on the front of shirts. It's like you're promoting an addiction.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not good for children either.
No, yeah, exactly. Children are watching their favourite footballers grow up promoting gambling.
Yeah,
obviously, it's not the players promoting it, but they're wearing shirts that are promoting it.
I think there should be a rule, because if we're not allowed to watch football at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, they shouldn't allow gambling adverts or sponsorships until after 9 p.m.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
With swearing on TV shows,
yeah,
or in windows.
And that reminds me of that Saturday at 3 thing, because that is just ridiculous. They're saying, do you know what? I'm more likely to get up an illegal website on my computer to watch the game than I am to actually go outside, which is apparently what this law is for.
Absolute joke.
Yeah, it is just ridiculous. Like, they think that they're doing something and then they just undo it with something else. Anyway,
they're giving all people a reason to, what's it called? Like, football brings people together. like, say there's a big game on at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. You know, before the rule, you'd have like all your mates around, wouldn't you? Like, to watch the game. But I mean, you can still have your mates around. Can't watch the game now, can you? Like, they thought they were giving people a reason to go outside and do things while the football's on. They're not worrying about it and stuff. But they're just giving people a reason not to do anything.
Okay, so now we're moving on from the Premier League news bit, and we're going on to the FPL. Now, last week, if you weren't here, we decided that we was going to make a fantasy Premier League league. No one's joined as of yet, but that does not mean no one is going to join. So I am hopeful. If we keep forcing this information into people's ears, I'm sure someone will join eventually. So the code will be in the description if you want to join. Now I am gonna tell you the team that we are running. Never mind, it's very small. Here we go. Right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit. I'm going to tell you about our team, and then after that, me and Chaz are going to do our top 3 West Ham picks of who you have to have in your FPL team. Now, starting us off, we have Areola in goal, of course. He was great last season, very reliable. He can make a save or two. Mark Gahey, obviously, because of his performance in the Euros. Gabriel from Arsenal, very, very good defender last season. Same with is that Ruben Diaz? Yeah, that's Ruben Diaz in centre back as well. And then we've got Ben White, who was probably one of the better fullbacks last season. Now I've got 2 fan favourites, Mohamed Kudus and Jared Bowen in the midfield. I personally think they're just going to have a great FPL. I think they're going to have a great season as well because, I mean, last season was just a warm-up, but I think this season we're really going to go full-on attacking. Talking about full-on attacking, we've got Eze in there as well and Mainu, 2 great players that they performed so well in the Euros. I mean, Mainu really exceeded all expectations. And Ollie Watkins as well, the probably, I mean, Chaz might have said this as well, are England's best on-form striker at the minute. Along next to Isak, and then on the bench, we have Vicario. I can't actually read who that is. Neto, Mateta, and someone from Ipswich. That's our FPL team. If you want to check it out and get some ideas, then join the league. Click on our account, and you'll be able to see our team. Now, on to our best West Ham players to sign. I've got a top 3. Charlie, have you got a top 3 that you have in mind?
You know what? I do.
Right. Okay. I'll start us off. I'm gonna go with the very reliable Areola Grande.
Don't even.
But I mean, he's a really reliable keeper. He's so good. I mean, like I said earlier, he can make a save. He can definitely make a save. Another player that I want to talk about, I just want to quickly rush through this. Another player, probably, I'm going to go with Bowen. I think I'm just going to go Areola, Bowen and Kudus. Those are the 3 that I'm choosing. Those are the 3 that we had in the FPL team. They're so good. I mean, look at Kudus. Even in friendlies, he's destroying everyone, right? Bowen, when he played in England, he was the best in training when he was at the Euros, and he was probably one of the best wingers that we didn't use for some reason at the Euros. And Areola, like I said, he's very consistent. He's very, very consistent, and he can stop a few shots. But yeah. Anyway, Chaz, what's your pick?
I thought you were going to go Areola, Kudus, and Bowen, so I've not gone with those 3. Well, I've gone with Areola because, I mean, if you don't have Areola in your team, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to go for a couple risky ones here. I'm going to go Luis Guilherme. I genuinely think I feel like he won't play that often, but at the same time, if we don't get a striker, he's going to have to be used.
Yeah.
So, and I think he'll get a lot of assists. But my third player, I'm going to go Emerson. You know,
Do you know what? That's not a bad shout.
He was proper. I mean, he was kind of a hidden gem last season. I think
He was tearing it up last season.
He wasn't really spoken about, but he was one of our best players last season. But I think all the focus was on Bowen and Kudus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the top. Right, moment you've all been waiting for. I haven't, because I'm not looking forward to this. Jack, you have a game for me.
I do have a game for you.
No.
Now, this week's a bit different. I'm going to offer you 2 points.
Oh.
So, I'll tell you what it is, and then I'll tell you how the 2 points thing is going to work. So, what you've got to do is name West Ham's top 5 all-time Prem goal scorers. Right?
Oh.
If you get the top 5, I'll give you a point. If you do the top 10, I'll give you 2 points.
Oh, no.
Now, the reason I've done top 10, because otherwise I wouldn't have given you this advantage, but I had a look at the list, and it is quite easy. Top 5 is very, very easy.
You said that about the 05-06 Invincible squad.
No, this is like... this is the easiest game, I reckon. Probably
really?
one of the top 5 is probably one of the easiest games that we've done.
Okay. Is there a limit how many guesses I get?
I'll give you...
Or is there a time limit?
I'll give you...
Or like, is there
5 minutes. So a minute for each player.
Okay.
I actually need to look up because I've forgot to write down the list on my phone, but I do remember that it is a very easy list.
Okay.
Right, there we go.
So is this going to be like, when you say 5 minutes, is it like timed or are you just going rough like, 5 minutes?
I'll time it.
Okay,
right. Are you ready?
I think I am, you know.
Okay. Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Colton Cole. Michael Antonio. Joe Cole. Gareth Owen. I've lost my train of thought. Andy Carroll. Paolo Di Canio. It's difficult. Oh, who am I? Have I got any wrong so far?
No.
I haven't. Oh,
No.
okay. So I've said 6 so far.
Wait, who did you say again? You said Antonio.
I said Antonio, Di Canio, Colton Cole, Joe Cole, Andy Carroll.
Oh no, you did get one wrong.
Who's wrong?
I can't tell you.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, how am I supposed to? Is Joe Cole wrong?
I can't tell you.
Oh, flip say. Jared Bowen.
You said that before.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, who did I miss then? Carroll.
You've named 5 so far that are actually right.
6. Oh,
you named
right.
6, but 5 are right. And
So
you've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Sorry?
You've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left.
So I've said Antonio. I reckon Antonio, Bowen, Carroll, Colton Cole are correct. I reckon. I
Are
don't know
you
about
going for the top 5 or the top 10?
both.
Okay.
I reckon Paolo Di Canio is correct, and I reckon Joe Cole's wrong. Who else? Trying to think. The five I've got correct. Are they the top 5?
No.
How many of the top 5 have I got?
I can't tell you.
Oh, flip's sake, man!
You've just got to name what you think is the top 10 players. You've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. If you get the top 5, if you name, it doesn't have to be in order, but if you name the top 5, then I'll give you 1 point. If you manage to get all of them, then I'll give you the 2 points.
What if I named 5 of the top 10?
No.
Damn it!
No, because the original question was name the top 5.
Oh crap!
2 minutes.
Antonio is definitely in the top 5 because he is our all-time top scorer in the Prem.
Yep.
He's definitely in the top 5. I reckon Bowen. Oh, is Bowen in the top 5? I don't know how many goals he's scored.
Do you want me to tell you the ones that you've said so far?
Yeah, go on.
Antonio, Di Canio, Bowen, Colton Cole, Joe Cole, and Andy Carroll.
And one of those is wrong.
One of those is wrong. Quick, 1 minute, 30 seconds.
I reckon Joe Cole's wrong.
Doesn't matter who you think is wrong. You've just got to name as many as you can.
I'm trying to think.
Past and current players. Two are recent.
Recent? Oh. Recent as in they still play for us?
I can't say. I've already said too much.
I'm going Souček.
Okay.
That's a really stupid one to go for, but I'm going Souček. Pyatt.
Okay.
So frustrating.
45 seconds.
I'm trying to think of I cannot think of players. Who are old strikers and wingers? 2010s, 2000s. Carlos Tevez.
30 seconds.
Oh.
20 seconds.
You know, I'm going Mark Noble.
Okay.
Go Mark Noble.
Okay.
That's my
10 seconds.
10.
That's not 10.
I've named 10, yeah.
Yeah, you named 10, but loads of them are wrong.
Oh, why can't you tell me which ones are wrong, man? That's just like...
Because it would take the fun away. Right, timer is gone off.
It's not fun, is it?
So let me add this up. So you've got... Okay, right. What ones do you think were wrong?
All of the ones I said after the 6.
Okay. I can reveal that you got Antonio, Di Canio,
Okay.
Bowen,
Yeah.
Noble.
Oh, really? Oh.
And Colton Cole.
Wait, is that the top 5?
That is the top 5. You got 1 point.
Right, I definitely didn't get top 10 though.
You failed to get the top 10. You got Andy Carroll.
Okay, yeah. I thought it would be somewhere there.
And Souček.
I thought he was in the top 10, you know.
So the order
I thought he was in the top 10.
From top to bottom of the top 10 is Michael Antonio in first, Di Canio second, Noble third, Bowen fourth, Colton Cole fifth, so you got the top 5. Trevor Sinclair in 6th.
Oh, that I've never got that.
Andy Carroll in 7th.
Okay, yeah.
Frederick Knut in 8th.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Lanzini in 9th.
As if.
I said recent. And Thomas Souček in 10th.
Oh,
so you got one. You got one right. No,
Oh,
you got
I mean,
1 point. Sorry.
yeah, I
But
mean, that's,
do you know what? If you didn't say Noble, you wouldn't have gotten any points because you named the right players
yeah,
and over 5, but you didn't get the top 5.
yeah.
See, I did tell you that the top 5 was quite easy.
Yeah, it was actually. I got 4 of the top 5 in my first guess.
Yeah, I actually got really worried for a minute.
Yeah, I got so lucky saying Noble was my very last one.
That was really lucky.
I was just thinking, like, who's played a lot of games for us? Doesn't necessarily have to be like a striker or a winger or an attacker.
Yeah,
That's why I said Souček and Noble, because I was like,
yeah.
Souček scored quite a lot of it for us.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was.
Yeah, it
Actually.
was. Yeah. So now, for those wondering, the score is 2-2, 2-2.
Yeah. So now we've both won. We've both beat the challenge and.
Well, I mean,
lost.
you beat half of my challenge, so I'd say I beat yours and you beat half of mine.
Well, I mean, you know, kind of. The game was top 5 and the bonus was top 10.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. I'll give you that.
So we spoke about the transfer news, which we spent a lot of time on the transfer news.
Yeah, too much time.
We then discussed the Wolves friendly. Bit disappointing, but we moved on from that quite quickly. Then breaking news from the Premier League about games being played abroad, Simpson retiring, and gambling sponsors being banned on the front of the shirts. Quickly reviewed the Fantasy Premier League. Join our league using the code in the description. And finished off with the game that I managed to beat, thankfully, in the last second. Now, end of the episode. If you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. And go check out our Spotify page too. Now, if you're listening on Spotify, don't forget to give us a 5-star review. It really helps us and encourages us to keep making quality content. Also, we have our own FPL league. Go find the code to join the league in the description of the episode on both YouTube and Spotify. All right. That's it, Jack. Thank you. You've been a very good co-host.
Thank you.
And,
You've been an okay host, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I'm not very good at hosting. But we'll catch you guys next time. Come on, you Titans.